Alright, my boys, it is time to revisit something that I think quite a few people are forgetting about when it comes to DLC 17 on Xenoverse 2 and what potentially Rose Goku Black actually could have, because a lot of people right now are not too excited about this DLC overall. Well, let me not say a lot. There's more of a very mixed reception to DLC 17 based off the trailer. There's people who think it's a very cool concept, and then there's those who are like thinking, oh, this is just like reskins, things along those lines, when to me, I am more on the side of this can be a very cool concept with new different kinds of what ifs. Honestly, the one skill that we've seen as a brand new thing from Vegeta looks like it can be very cool, and I just think this concept of Ultra Super Villain as a whole can lead to something much bigger in Xenoverse 2, but that's not necessarily what we are here for. We are here to talk about one of the two characters that was revealed for DLC 17, and that is the man Rose Goku Black. Because if you remember correctly, about a month ago or so, whenever the Dragon Ball Breakers update, new season update came out, right, with Goku Black and Fuse Zamasu, all those things, right, there was some data files and some leaks found by the homie Demon Boy that hinted at potentially a Scythe version of Goku Black being in Xenoverse 2 DLC 18. Now, just because it said DLC 18 or whatever, the 18th update, whatever it said in the files, doesn't mean that it couldn't have been for this upcoming DLC in DLC 17 on Xenoverse 2, because why would they drop back-to-back Goku Blacks in this whole Future Saga DLC? That wouldn't really make sense to me. So to me, I truly think that that possibility of the Crimson Edge version of Goku Black is most likely going to be the DLC 17 one that we are going to be getting within the next month or so. It said spring of 2024, and I'm assuming that it will be dropping before the PS5 version of Xenoverse 2 does actually come out. Now let's take a look at the tweet that Demon Boy did put out. He said, I found the files for this pack 18 character Breakers uses, and it's the effects of the Crimson Edge. So possibly updated Goku Black Rose not in the next XV2 DLC, but the one after. Perhaps similar to how we got Awoken Hit, possibly Rose transformation, a bit to speculate here. Now again, just because it said DLC 18 in the files doesn't necessarily mean that could have been a mistake. It could most likely mean that it is going to be for this DLC that we are about to get on Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, because again, why would they drop back to back Rose Goku Blacks? And this power up that Rose Goku Black is getting through the Ultra Super Villain form could actually be what leads to that, because if you remember back in the anime, I do believe as the fights were progressing, as Rose was getting stronger, like, you know, because every time he got his ass whooped, he just got some crazy Zenkai boost basically, right? He did unlock the Scythe later on in the fight, more close to when before they actually fused and became Merged Zamasu. So maybe this Ultra Super Villain aura is going to lead to him unlocking the Scythe once again in DLC 17 and in Xenoverse 2 finally this time around, which again would be a very, very fire thing to see. And it's why I don't necessarily understand the early hate that this is getting right now in terms of DLC 17, because a lot of people were excited for the Scythe version of Goku Black being in Xenoverse 2. It's one of the Goku Black in general is one of the dopest characters, and his Scythe is one of the dopest things that is in Dragon Ball Super at the same time. So again, to have that version of that character be in Xenoverse 2 DLC 17, that alone would lift this pack up to heights where I think people would be very, very excited for that. So I think the early hate and the early disappointment in this DLC should be held off a little bit, at least until we see more, because we really didn't see anything in regards to Goku Black in that DLC 17 trailer, besides the simple fact that he is going to be one of the 3 characters within this upcoming pack, right? We honestly saw more of Super Saiyan God Vegeta. We saw Vegeta fighting Goku. We saw him use like some kind of new move. It almost looked like a mini spirit bomb, like it was like a big key sphere thing that he held over his head like this. So again, we saw more of Vegeta within that trailer as opposed to Goku Black, and I feel like they're just going to save the Goku Black stuff to get people more excited right before the DLC actually does come out, because if it does involve Crimson Edge at all, and it does involve his Scythe, a lot of people will be very, very excited for that alone, not only because we'll have that version of Goku Black in the game, but also we'll have those moves, those Scythe moves on our CACs at the same time. So I think we need to hold off a little bit on the hate for those who are not very excited for this DLC yet, and let it see more. Let some more things cook, because also keep in mind, this DLC most likely has been in the works for like 6-7 months, maybe even longer, because if you think back, the free update trailer came out about what, 6 months ago now at this point in time, basically, and they already had that teaser for us in that free update trailer. So the process of, you know, working on DLC 17 had already begun at that point in time, and here we are in April, 6 months later after that, and we still have not gotten it, meaning that this DLC has been in development for quite some time. So I do have some, you know, fairly good hopes for this DLC. I think the concept is very cool, but I also think there is that possibility of seeing that Crimson Edge Goku Black in DLC 17 as well, just based off of the leaks and how it would make sense, because again, to me, seeing back-to-back DLCs with Goku Black in it wouldn't really make the most sense in the world. I mean, that would be kind of odd to have back-to-back Rose Goku Blacks in DLC 17 and 18. So I do think there is a good possibility that those Crimson Edge files for Goku Black most likely will be related to DLC 17 on Xenoverse 2. So let me know you guys' thoughts on this down below in the comments, and does this change your thoughts on DLC 17 at all if Crimson Edge Rose Goku Black is that version and we do get Sai skills with him in the Ultra Super Villain form in DLC 17. But till next time, my boys, thank you guys for watching. Truly hope you enjoyed, and as always, hope you guys have a good one. Peace, y'all.